extremely interested in communication. Actually, he's someone who communicates a lot. You know, it's kind of part of who he is. He talks, he likes people. So his interest in communication is both about the strategies of communication, the aesthetic of communication, and the location of communication. I think one very good example of that would be in one of the work which is at the center of the exhibition, Song 1, which started actually as a broadcasting tower. It was installed in Washington, D.C., projected in a monumental way on the architecture of the Hirshhorn Museum, you know, on the surface of the building in the middle of the American capital. The urban architecture or the urban space is interested in. And it's always this moment of transition, these spaces, these places of transition, whether it's a laundromat, an airport, a motel, a parking lot. These places that exist everywhere are absolutely generic. So you could be in Dallas, you could be in Los Angeles, you could be in Corpus Christi. These are places that we share but we don't inhabit them, we just go through them. And I think he's very interested by this moment of passage. And also there are moments of absolute loneliness when you're on your own and you travel and you go to your motel, your hotel, you go to the airport, this moment of architecture that exists everywhere and frame this moment where humanity is totally isolated. Even with all this moment or these tools of communication that we have, and maybe as we develop even more and more tools of communication, we are more and more isolated. When Doug thought of the piece for an exhibition, he respected this circularity of Song 1, but changed something that was not possible at the Hirshhorn. You can actually see it from the inside. So you have to enter this plaza. It's circular, you enter a plaza, and that's a place where, and you'll see it, I think here with the exhibition, that people who don't know each other sit down on the floor together and start communicating with each other. Then, in order to facilitate this sense of communication, Doug was very deliberate in identifying a song that we all know without knowing even that we know it. So already you're communicating because you're identifying something which is familiar. And then in the film itself, you have faces you know and faces you don't know. But the fact that he's using faces you know, whether it's John Doe, the musician, or Tilda Swinton, then you start to identify with an icon. All that, for me, layers different strategies of communication. And it's gigantic at the end, at the beginning of all, it was a gigantic billboard in Washington, and billboard is, one of the preferred tool of communication when you circulate or when you want to communicate within the urban fabric. But the difference there is that his billboard doesn't sell anything, but just make you think.